All right, guys, welcome to our Monday night um, live show. We're here every Monday, more or less 5 p.m., a little bit later sometimes, but today we are kind of on time and we have a lot to talk about. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We have people here on TikTok, on Facebook, and on Instagram right now. Um, So, welcome, guys. What a crazy week. What a crazy week we had. But it's good to see you guys. Good to see Catalino, Tanya, Mariana. If you want joining now, share the live, guys. Share the live. You can, you have a little thing in the bottom. Share it so more people can join us. And we have Orlando and Mohammed and all the good stuff, all the good people on YouTube are joining us today. And we have a good topic today because so many people are afraid to apply for citizenship. I get messages from people, we are scared to apply for citizenship, um, green card holders. And we'll talk about should you be scared? What can you do to increase your chances? And why is it a good time to apply for citizenship now versus wait until Trump is going to be out of office? Um, we have a lot of people that got their green cards based on marriage, and they're no longer married to their spouses. So, these citizenship interviews are becoming very strict. They're becoming more of investigation. So we'll talk about that, guys. We'll talk about that. I'll share with you some stories, but it is going to be an important live. And every time we do the live, thanks for the taps, guys. Taps the hearts and share the live on TikTok. I wish we can do this on YouTube as well, guys. But there's no heart tapping. But we've got people from France, Louisiana, Germany, Massachusetts, Philippines, Nigeria. We've got people from all over the world tuning to this live every single week, guys, because you get the inside information from an immigration attorney, which is me in this case, who's been doing this for 22 years, guys. It's 22 years since I stepped into the shoes of an immigration attorney to do this. And yeah. So, anyways, if you want to ask questions live, oh yeah, I'll share the link on the YouTube and Facebook. If you want to join the live, the link is right here. I'll drop it on the screen. And if you want to join the live on TikTok, just request to join, guys. As always, I'll get you on the live. And this is pretty much one of the only live shows, guys, where you can actually book your consultation live on the show with me, and you're not going to have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks. And the way you're going to do it is use the WhatsApp number on the screen right now. I'm only going to share it a few times during the live. And for you guys on TikTok, thanks, Muhammad, for being here as always. For those of you guys on TikTok, use the form right now that I'm sharing. This is only during the live. Service Plus is a feature on TikTok. During the live, you can join. Murdav, I'll get you in a second. Request to book a call. Use the WhatsApp number if you're watching on YouTube. Let's empower you guys to take immigration into your own hands. Take control of your case and ask me any question you want and book the calls. We've got people here on Instagram as well. Michael Davies, everything is good, Michael. How's the situation at airports now? If any updates since TSA might be back? This is Niati. That's a good question. So ICE is still at airports, although we haven't seen anyone being detained the past 2 days, from what I know, in most of these places. But they're there. They're showing presence. And if you are undocumented, I still don't think you should be traveling. TSA will be back very soon, and things will go back to normal. Will they be lifting temporary pause for Nigeria? Not yet. However, if you're from Nigeria or from any of the pause countries, you can apply for a waiver, a national interest waiver, to remove the pause if you qualify. And many people do that. Thanks, Muhammad. Appreciate it. So let's talk about these waivers as well. But it doesn't apply for all of you guys. So it doesn't mean that you're banned. All right, guys. But we've got some good news. We have a few YouTubers that are joining our live here on YouTube and on Instagram. People that we got their visas, 2 specific visas that we are talking about, O1Bs. If you're a creator watching my live, you can qualify for the O1B, and for the EB1A, a green card because you're a creator. So we'll do a whole separate show on that. But if you are watching my live and you're a creator on Instagram, YouTube, you can qualify for the O1B visa. It's not that complicated. EB1A is obviously more complicated. But this is your time, guys. Send me a DM on Instagram and type in O1B, and we can help you guys. We are launching a very exciting program very soon. We'll talk about it when we can. It's going to help a lot of creators who are coming to the United States to be able not only to get their visas, but also to get their sponsors and deals, and a lot of exciting things are coming your way, guys. So many of you who are here, send me a DM on Instagram, O1B, if you're a creator, because I know many of you are watching here, you are creators. So, all right, let's see. We got John here, who is a priority. In a recent video, you said the F1 family class would be bigger jumps in the next few months. I'm in old chargeable except those listed. Where are you from, John? I think, like I said, I do believe F1 will jump, but not before June. Remember the predictions I gave you guys? I said EB2 will become current in March. I said it in January. Then I said EB3 is going to become current in June. It became current in April. Okay, guys? So, things are happening. You're from Canada. So, I mean, again, you're the rest of the world, right? So I think for you, I still think June is where you're going to see some nice movements. But if you need specific things about your case, John, please reach out directly. If you're delayed or anything like that, send me a WhatsApp, say you saw my live, and we can help you. All right, guys, let's take our first video person on TikTok here. Anybody who's on TikTok, keep tapping the screen, guys, and share the live. If you share the live, I will shout your name and maybe qualify you for a free consultation as well. BJ and Isam, I'll get you in a second. All right, let's see who's waiting. We've got Murdav, who's been waiting for a while. Thanks, Mitak. Murdav, how are you, and where are you from?
I'm from Azerbaijan. Do you know Azerbaijan? Country, Azerbaijan.
I do know Azerbaijan. You guys have really good meat over there. Food is really good.
Oh, really? You have pleasure?
Yeah. I have. I've eaten Azerbaijani food. But tell me, what's your question?
Yeah, my question is that now I'm senior, and then in June I'm gonna start my OPT and I found a job. And my question is that after 1 week I plan to apply for asylum, and my case is very strong in my mind.
Okay.
But here's my question: also my boss is so cool guy, so he wanna also sponsor me. So do you think that applying for them simultaneously is a problem or not?
No.
Or EB3
it's not a problem. It's not a problem. If you qualify, like I said, this person is asylum, apply for asylum, but he also wants to apply for EB3, EB2. If you qualify, meaning that I can show that you kept your status before you applied for asylum, then yes, we can apply for your thing, of course.
Yeah, okay, but don't you think that USCIS officer would think that, oh my god, this job, this guy just tries every way to stay here, so it's gonna be suspicious now?
Not at all. Okay. There are many people that have multiple immigration things. For example, you can have somebody file the green card based on the brother. At the same time, the employer filed for their EB2. At the same time, they want to do their own investor visa. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
as long as it doesn't conflict with what you're filing, you can do it.
Okay, thanks so much, sir. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck. And once again, guys, you're watching this on TikTok. If you do want to book the call, I will pin the form right now. The Service Plus form is specifically for TikTok viewers. It's a new feature from TikTok, allows you to reach out live, on the show. All right. Let me take a few of the questions here. I've got England, guys. Wow, we've got England, North. Um, um, my son petitioned me, but I'm afraid to file for citizenship. That's why we have the show. Tell me why you're afraid. Guys, we have so many people here who are afraid to apply for citizenship, and we are here to change that. There's no reason for you to be afraid unless you do have a reason. And I'll tell you example. We got Zambia in the house. All right. We have a person that was scammed by their husband, only married for a green card and your money. Why don't you tell us more how he scammed you? Guys, remember that if you are, you marry somebody you think they just scammed you for a green card, you can report them very easily, right? So you can do that if you really feel that you were scammed. But be careful about just reporting somebody just because you guys had a fight or you don't think they're a good person, right? Because then you can be in trouble as well, right? Once you report somebody and it comes out to be not real, then you can also get into trouble, right? Married to a beautiful lady from Cameroon. Nice. Congratulations. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for tapping the screen, guys, and sharing the live. Lucia shared, Robert shared, and Gregory here. I see you, Gregory. You are going to be eligible for the free consultation as well. Just send me a text, send me a DM right now because I see you, and I'm gonna screenshot your the message. My priority date is December 2026, and the new visa bulletin is May, and I haven't received my interview yet. What do I do? You have to continue to follow up with the National Visa Center, use their contact form, and they will push your interview forward. Any update on the 75 paused countries? We have quite a few of these questions, and I'll answer them in one thing. So we still have a pause, guys. The 75 country pause is different than the 39 countries that are banned. The 39 countries that are banned, they're banned because there's no vetting there, security risks, and potential violations, not supporting the US government, right? That's one thing. But then we have 75 countries that are being paused because they're concerned that these people are going to be public charge. They'll take money from the United States. They're not, sufficiently the sufficient income. If you're from any of these countries, you can apply for an exception to come to the United States as long as you can prove to the consulate that you are not going to be a public charge. Very simple to do, right? So that's what I would do if I were you. If you were from any of these countries, you can do that. You can apply and come into the United States, even if you bond. Thank you, my friend. Anytime you need help with your case, please send me a message or use our WhatsApp number. This is what we're here for, guys. People like our shows. They like our videos because we tell you guys things the way they are. And the reason why is because, I've been doing this, like I said, for 22 years, and I've seen a lot of things happen in those 22 years. When I first started doing immigration, it seems like it was very easy. The government was processing cases fast. Back in the day, 2003, we used to go to immigration to file the marriage cases. It wasn't done by mail. We used to physically go and file the cases and get the work permits for our clients right there on the spot. At the same time, the cases took longer, maybe a year and a half, sometimes 2 years, but the clients already had their work permits from day one. Imagine a big line outside of immigration, all the attorneys with their clients, we file the cases, and you leave with a work permit. But because so many people were filing and they were getting those benefits right away, the backlogs of the final adjudication took longer. So getting a green card sometimes took a year and a half, sometimes 2 years. Do you know what I mean? But today, everything is done by mail. And so it's different. I mentioned last week, you think the backlogs could possibly be cleared after the summer. Were you referring to employment base? I was referring to both. And I didn't say cleared. I said they're going to Um, it wasn't cleared, but it's going to be literally processed a little bit better. All right, guys, we have VJ here on YouTube. Let's get VJ. And VJ, where are you from and what is your question? VJ, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. I'm from
Right.
India. I've been in the United States for almost 9 years. I came here, I got married, then I got divorced. I finally got my 10 years green card, but I'm
You're
just
married
like
to a
worried.
citizen?
Yes, I was married to a US citizen. Then we got divorced after 5 years of marriage. Then I
Okay.
reapplied by myself. Took me a couple of years to get, and then finally I got my 10 years green card. And now I'm just worried. Should I apply for citizenship or should I just wait?
So that's why we're doing the show today, because you're not the only person that has that question. So let's talk about this. You got your green card. Did you guys, how long did you live together after
Uh,
you got your 2 year green card?
we lived together for like almost like 4 years, sir. I got married in 2018 and I got divorced in
But I'm,
2022.
I'm talking about specifically after you got your 2 year green card. When did you get divorced after the
Uh,
2 year green?
I got divorced in 2022.
Well, just give me like, tell me like how many years or months you lived together with her after your 2 year green card. I'll tell you why I'm asking you that.
We
You,
married in March 2018 and I got divorced in July 2022. So it's like 4 years.
so you got your 2 year green card and then you
Yes.
lived with her for another year after, right?
Uh, 3 years actually.
3 years after your conditional green card, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you shouldn't have any problems. You should be okay to file for citizenship because you have enough history and proof to show that, and you guys lived together the whole time, right? During
Yes,
those
sir.
few,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So you should be okay. I don't think you should worry about applying for citizenship.
Oh, it's
In
just
fact,
because
I'll
I we got
people help.
divorced and then I reapplied for my whole process by myself. Then I finally approved for 10 years. I got my 10 years green card last year. And it just kind of like since Trump is on the
No, but
president,
that's
so
fine.
it's
They'll ask you about in the citizenship interview about your spouse. You'll tell them, yeah, we got divorced at this point, but until this point, we lived together. We had all the documents, and you'll be fine. You know,
okay,
and
sir.
if you want, I'll be more than happy to help you. Like we
Sure.
do a lot of these cases right now. Just send me a
Okay.
message,
Sure.
okay?
Thank you, sir.
I'll help you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you.
So again, that's the reason why we're doing the show today. Thanks, Luca. So many of you guys are worried about applying for citizenship. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't be worried. Everybody has their own different case. But the cases that we see right now, for example, I went to an interview the other day, and the guy was married, um, for I think they were married for 4 years. They lived together for about a year and a half after they got the conditional green card. They got divorced, and then he applied by himself to remove the conditions. And during the citizenship interview, it was a full blown marriage interview. They questioned him about the wife, even though they've been already divorced for 6 years. They questioned him about that marriage. Say, okay, so you only lived with her for a year and a half after your conditional green card. And they didn't have enough evidence because he didn't keep it. So eventually he's fine. I'm just telling you, if you're gonna be applying for your citizenship based on marriage, be prepared to be questioned about that marriage, even if you're no longer married. You understand? This is what's going on right now. The other thing is if you're applying based on employment and you are not working for that employer in the 6 months before you got your green card, you need to be prepared to explain where you worked and why did you leave them so early and did you meet the requirements of the portability. Right now, they're catching many people at their citizenship because they didn't work for that employer who got their green card. All right. They're also catching people that did multiple jobs like Uber and things like that that were not caught during the green card interview. So what they do is they're running your credit. Okay, so they show up at the interview, at the citizenship interview, and they have your credit report, and they find out that you did some jobs that were not reported at your green card interview when you got your green card. And now they're saying, well, you apply for your citizenship, but now we see that when you apply for the green card, if we knew about those jobs that you did, we wouldn't have given you the green card. So now the citizenship is at stake and your green card is going to be at stake. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful when you apply for citizenship. Make sure that you check everything. You run a background check, you run your FOIA, you do your FBI rep sheet, check everything before you do it, because once you're there, they will have your credit report. They will have information from Social Security offices. They'll have information from IRS. So you don't want to just go there and gamble. All right, let's see here. We've got no arrest, no jail time, but today's green card due to renew is biometrics. Should he go to the appointment? No, you should definitely go to the appointment. If you have biometrics, don't skip your biometrics, guys. They're not going to detain you with your biometrics, but if you skip it, that's going to create a problem. Maryland here. Okay, what happens if you have client in Georgia? Do you attend interview with your clients? This is from Nelik. So yeah, we can go anywhere. We can go to all 50 states, guys. We represent clients in all 50 states. We fly. As long as you pay for our flights, obviously you have to. We will go. We just came back from Texas. We went to New York. We went to New Orleans. We had an interview in Ohio. So we do it everywhere. Okay, guys, if you need our help, we will fly and we'll help you. But remember, you need to have an attorney at your interviews for citizenship, especially if you have any problems. Do you handle asylum appeal cases? We do. Depends on the case. My early filing is May 2020. I'm a Canadian citizen. Maybe I missed your question. Oh, here it is. Lots of visits to Canada. I have all my travel information. I try to go to FOIA. All my trips were short. Then you should be fine. If it's short trips, you're good. I would still do a FOIA if I were you. All right, guys, let me get the next person here on TikTok. And once again, guys, keep tapping the screen. Keep sharing the live on TikTok. I want to see more people sharing the live, and I will shout your name. And if you want to book a consultation with me, use the form that I just pinned. This is a Service Plus thing. It's only for TikTok viewers. And for you guys on YouTube, I do have a special number for you too. It's only for the live viewers. What is your name? And ask me what is your question.
Hey Jacob, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you from?
Yes,
What is your
New
name?
Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Okay.
So I applied for my EAD under C9 VAWA.
Okay.
And, from the get-go, they did and misspelled my name on all my notices and stuff
Okay.
like that.
All right.
However, we did a request on October the 22, 2025 for the typographical error. It wasn't honored by the USCIS. They did print the EAD card with the same misspelled name.
Okay.
So what we did was, instead of emailing them or calling them, we did mail them.
Okay.
Letter of explanation, this and the third. My last update was February 11, 2026, stating that the card was destroyed. It's now 47 days. I contact USCIS on the day 40, and they said they're going to do an inquiry.
Okay.
I think they said 30 days from the day I made the call, but now I'm still at 47 days and still nothing.
So remember, this is actually a painful moment, because once your card is declared lost or destroyed, which is the case with you, right?
No, they misspelled my name, so there's a typographical error on their end.
Oh, it's on their end.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought it was. Yeah, got it. Yeah, if it's on their end, they will fix it eventually. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I see the window. They said within 30 days tops. and no response. And I was like, let me just try to find out what's going on, because I did, as I said, we did do the request for the typographical error before they print the card, and they didn't honor that request, and they still print the card with the misspelled name.
Yeah.
So now,
No, if it's their mistake, they'll fix it. It's gonna take time. It's very painful to think about it because they're very slow to do it. But as long as it's their mistake, they will fix it.
So quick question, the inquiry that I did on the 40 days, right?
Okay.
Would that cause an issue for
No.
them to
No. It's not gonna cause an issue. Just like I said, I've seen some. This is your 10-year green card, right?
No, on the ball, yes, pending.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I would just leave it at that for now. You did your follow-up, and then let's see what they do. Because you don't want to create too many inquiries. It's going to create too much confusion in the system.
Right.
Okay.
All right, Jacob.
All right. Let me know if it doesn't get resolved. I would say by day 90, then I can help you get involved. But I would wait, unfortunately, until 90 days.
Yes, because I did write them instead of, I did mail in the second trip,
Okay.
Because since they didn't honor it the first time when I did the e-request, I said, you know what, let's do a second thing by mailing it with that letter of explanation,
Yeah. Okay. No worries. Keep me posted.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, unfortunately, thanks, Mohammed. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, when they make a mistake, it's annoying. Thanks. I appreciate it, Kawhi. Do what he says. Hit the like button. Let's get more people to see this. I have a question in WhatsApp. I have a question. When do you have to know if my petition was approved or not? I applied for my daughter in June 2023. You will know once you get the I-130 approval, or it's going to be online. Okay. Let's see here. We have a lot of questions. I have a quick question. Can I come on the call? Sam, yes, you can. I'm going to bring you in a minute. I appreciate you a lot. Can a green card holder file I-130 and adjustment of status for a spouse who is lawful in U.S.? Yes. So F2A is current in April. You can file for your spouses who are inside the United States in lawful status. So if you're a green card holder and you're married and your spouse is inside the United States in lawful status, you're going to be able to help them. All right, guys? That is super important. Let's see where Sam is. Let's go, Sam. I'll get you on the show. I know you've been waiting. Let's see. Sam?
Hey, Jacob, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you from, and what is your question?
Yeah, thanks for picking my call. I'm calling from I live in Virginia.
Okay.
So my question is, it's my wife, when we got married and filed, it was on 2022, so my PD is 2022 June. That time she was a green card holder. So in between, I got my EAD, and I think 2024, I got my I-30 approved. And on 2024, around that, 24 around then, she also got, she became a US citizen.
Okay.
So then, so basically, the only thing was left for me was I-45, which is pending. So I-30 approved. Even they approved my EAD, and also they later on separately sent me advance payroll for travel.
Okay.
So those are all I had. So when I tried to connect with them over the email chat and also over the call, and told them that, hey, my wife, she has been upgraded to, she's become a US citizen. Is my case updated to, ERI or immediate relative? And they said, okay, have you uploaded anything on the portal? I said, yes, I uploaded her neutralization certification on portal.
Okay.
Then he's like, okay, yeah, I see that. I said, okay, you say that, like, can you confirm that you, like, my case upgraded? And that agent, they don't want to acknowledge anything. We can tell anything, like we upgrade or not, but I see that you uploaded. That's pretty much it. And after that, I tried to email them, contact them. It's always like a 30 days, those, they get back to you, something like that. So they always get back. We are still, they did not even send RFI or anything. It's all, and one more thing, just, I don't know if it's helpful or if it's important. What I did everything concurrently, so I filed everything all together. Also, the medical. The reason I'm mentioning the medical, I mean, you can suggest. I also hear from some people medically upload. You did like in 2022.
Yeah.
Medical is still good for 2 years.
No, it is good. It is good, of course.
So now that's the situation, and I'm thinking, what should I do? Should I like a withdraw and apply again? Because if I apply now, that will 100%. I'll be immediately.
Yeah.
I have been waiting so far.
No, for sure. What again, because I don't have the background of your case, I need to see it. What I suggest is this: let's book a call so then I can look into it, because it's a critical decision we have to make, and a lot of people are watching right now. They're trying to figure out, do they cancel the previous cases and just refile because the dates are going to be current right now, right? So we need to make that decision together by understanding the file. I don't want to expose, obviously you to the, so just use the form that I pinned right now and book a call with me, and let's discuss what's the best thing to do. Should we withdraw and just refile, and you'll be current again?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, we'll find a solution.
All right.
Thank you, my friend. I think that a lot of people are going to be doing this. They're going to be withdrawing their cases, refiling their I-130s, 45s, because they're green card holders and they're current, or because they have, an EB3 case that is current and they don't want to be waiting. So these are important decisions to discuss with your immigration attorneys if you have one. If you don't have one, use the form that I just pinned right here to book your call. It is going to be a critical month for a lot of you guys who are deciding, do we file our adjustments in April or what do we do? Because this window may close in May. What that means is that if you, just to explain to you what's happening right now. So if you have a green card, let's talk about the family cases first. If you have a green card and you're married to a green card, and you're married to a tourist, to a student, somebody that doesn't have a green card, the first time in many, many months, possibly years, you're going to be able to file for their adjustment of status from inside the United States starting in 2 days on April 1st. Why? Because the visa bulletin is going to become current, inside the US. If you're outside the United States, you still have to wait for a couple of years. But if you're inside the United States, you will be able to file for those green cards. You need to be prepared, check background, verify there's no other issues there, speak to an attorney. But many of you guys who are watching the live, you will be ready to file these adjustments in 2 days. And thanks, Tara. Thanks, Mohammed. And if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, you need to text me right now. The number is on the screen. If you're watching this on TikTok, it's even better because you can use the Service Plus form, which is designed for TikTok viewers. And it's right at the bottom of the screen. Fill it right now so I can see you, like George did, like Mary did. Thank you, Joyce. And you'll be able to book a call so we can determine together, can you adjust your status in April and get a work permit and be able to live and work in the United States with your spouse, or you cannot? Or can you apply for a self-petition EB2 national interest waiver in the month of April because you have a business, because you have a degree? Or can your employer file for your green card because you're a nurse, physical therapist, or another medical professional under Schedule A? All these people can file for their green cards in April in 2 days. This is a window that will close, I think, in May, possibly. So, every week on the live, I will mention that again. And if you need help with that, fill the form that is linked on TikTok at the bottom, the Service Plus. And if you're watching on YouTube, send me a message right now on WhatsApp to get you qualified, guys, because these opportunities don't come back. What is going on with DACA right now? Not much is happening with DACA. If you are, a DACA holder, you can renew your DACA. We're still waiting for this court decision to determine what's going to happen for new applicants. But if you have DACA, you need to apply for something else. You have to find a way to apply for EB3, a green card in April, or EB2, green card in April as a self-petition, or do something, because don't stay on DACA, because DACA is what is happening with the 29 countries may be banned. In my library. All right, let's see. We have Isam. Isam is waiting, and then I'm going to take
Yep.
Abdi and Kamar and all these other guys.
Yep.
Thanks, Isam. Where are you from, and what is your question?
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota, and I have a question about one of my friend. He married like a U.S. citizen in here, in Minnesota, and that guy, he's a pending asylum. But and they already like did the interview like 7 months ago. And now they send the USCIS send him like a request for evidence about like a public assistant. And that public assistant, he applied for it like in here in Minnesota for the Minnesota Care, which is like supported by Minnesota. It's funded by Minnesota state.
I'd say so. Somebody in the family applied for public benefits, and now when he applies for the green card, they're questioning him about it. Correct?
Yeah, they ask, but he already used it in 2024. That the Minnesota Care, and now they are asking about that to take a decision about his case.
They want to make sure that it didn't violate the public charge rules, which is what they do right now a lot. So what did he do? Did he respond already, or what is it? Or he's confused.
We already, he already like respond with the for them, like he used like the Minnesota Care before he applied for green card, like for 6 months when he was like a pending asylum. And that's Minnesota Care. It's not like a public charge or cash or something like that.
No, well, sometimes they make a mistake. Sometimes the government will say you taking public charge benefits when they were not public charge. So it's important to argue with them and explain the correct thing. You know what I mean? So
yeah, hopefully he already like
did that in the RFE. You explain it properly.
Like we already like give them like a message. Like we both like you were like for them a response like that is not like a public charge, and that's he used it like for only a 6 month, and it is from the state, and we give them like all the answers about that.
Okay, so now you guys are waiting, right?
Yeah, we are waiting. But what do you think about that?
Well, I mean, I think that if you guys gave, again, assuming that the public charge wasn't really something that it wasn't approved to use, then you should be fine. I mean, I've seen a lot of these kind of requests for evidence where they accuse people of being public charge, but they didn't. And then they clear it, and then you guys will be approved. You know what I mean? Sometimes they do it automatically. These kind of requests for evidence are very common right now.
How long do you think they're gonna take for that?
I would say maximum 6 months. It should be cleared in 90 days, but I would say maximum 6 months. Yeah. Okay. So let me know if it doesn't get cleared soon, and I'll help you with that.
Sure. We're gonna call you on that WhatsApp. Is it the WhatsApp number?
Correct. This number here.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. Guys, don't be afraid. If you guys get a request for evidence with public charge allegations, most of the time they are wrong. They're just testing the water, guys. So Joyce is asking how to get in touch. Joyce, if you want to get in touch with me on TikTok, this is the way to do it. Use the form at the bottom of the screen. This is the best way. The Service Plus feature is the best way to get in touch from the live to book your consultations. So we'll be able to see you one-on-one faster than usual. It's only from the live, right, guys? Only from the live. Let's see what we have here. What people from countries that are banned are currently in the USA, can they apply? Of course. If you are from a banned country or paused country and you're inside the United States, you can apply for the adjustment of status in April in 2 days. A, if you're married to a green card holder. 2, if you have an employer who's going to sponsor you for EB3. 3, if you're going to apply by yourself for a self-petition. It doesn't matter that you're from a banned country. It doesn't matter that you're from a paused country. You can still apply, guys. And I encourage you to do so because that's almost like a hack. It is a hack. If you're inside the United States, you should be able to apply for these benefits. Too many people are worried, they're scared, and they're not familiar with the rules that are saying that only if you're outside the United States, you can't do this. But if you're inside the United States, you can apply for the adjustment of status. My Nigerian in-law had his 45 interview in January. Everything went well, but we have not heard anything. Can the pause affect it? No, I don't think it's the pause. I think it could be a background check that they're doing internally. It could be something else that happened in the interview. It's not the pause per se. You guys need to follow up with them directly and don't give in to them saying it's pause. That's a good question. What if can you apply for citizenship if you did not register for selective service? You're between the ages of 18 to 26. You can still apply, but you have to provide information why you didn't register. Remember, guys, now we are in war, and they're very strict about people who don't register for selective service. In fact, they raised the enlistment age to 42, so you can join the National Guard and any of the other part-time military services. You can do that now. I'm waiting for my I-129 for 10 months from India. Is it normal? It is normal because you're from India. There's definitely more backlogs for certain countries, and your country is taking on. How about N400 getting approved? This is Gurav. I get the oath ceremony scheduled. Remember, if you had your interview for citizenship, but you didn't get your oath ceremony or any results, and it's been more than 120 days, we can sue them and they will release your case. A federal judge will give you your citizenship. It's called mandamus. We're doing a lot of these mandamus right now. So don't worry, guys. This is something that you can do easily. Thanks, Mohammed. I appreciate it. And you should be doing that because you don't want to be waiting for more than 120 days for the results. It is unfair. Is it mandatory to take someone with you to the interview? My law office suggested it, but told me it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory to take with you anyone to an interview or to biometrics, but it's ideal that you have an attorney go with you just so you can feel safe, just to feel safe. If you can afford it, take an attorney with you. Again, any of you who is asking me a question on Instagram, you can send me a DM and I will respond to you fast. Let's see here. Is it ideal to apply for citizenship or keep waiting? This is a question from Annie. I think that if you qualify, do not wait. Apply for citizenship right now because they're fast and because right now the approval rate's still on 87% approval rate. It's pretty good. Don't wait. The backlogs are coming, and if you're not going to apply, but of course, if you have problems with your immigration, when you got your green card, it was kind of like questionable how you got it, then be careful. Annie is asking, I applied for the EB2. I was given an RFE, but the attorney I used didn't submit my documents and it was denied. And I appealed, which I did. Well, if you appealed, you can just wait for the appeal, but that's not going to help you stay in the country. I hope you know that, right? An appeal is not enough, guys. So anybody on Instagram, if I missed your question, just send me a DM right now. We respond 24/7. Let's see here. My wife and daughter received their 10-year green card in December. When is the best time to apply for citizenship? So December 2024, count 2 years and 9 months from this date, and you can apply for citizenship. You will be safe to apply for citizenship. All right, guys. Who is next in line for our video? We have Joyce here. I'm trying, guys, to take you in the order that I see you. So be patient. We're here every single week. I know some people come here, and I'll try to get you I'm here every Monday. So if I miss you today, I'll take you next Monday. All right. Joyce, we're waiting for you to log in and let us know what is your question about. It is taking a little bit of time, Joyce, for you to load. Let's try to refresh your screen and we'll get you back. Try to come back again, Joyce, and I'll try to get you back in. I'll do my best to get you back in. All right. Who is next? Who is here and where are you from? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes. What is your name and where are you from?
Hi, I'm Tanao and I'm from Eswatini in Africa.
Okay.
But I'm currently in Washington State. Yeah, and I'd like to find out, is it possible to cancel your asylum and then maybe get a job offer in Canada? After seeking asylum, would it be possible to go to another country?
I mean, it's possible, but you got to be very careful because when you apply for asylum in the United States, they also report these cases to Canada too, and it might impact your eligibility to go to Canada. So I'm not saying it's not possible, but don't cancel anything until you speak to an immigration attorney in Canada, and they'll tell you, oh yeah, you can cancel or don't cancel yet. Do this, do that. You know what I mean? Speak to somebody in Canada if that's your goal before you cancel the assignment. Okay? Because that is super important.
Okay.
And if you need help, send me a message. I'll find you somebody in Canada.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Remember, guys, if you're applying for a green card based on marriage or employment and you have an asylum pending, this asylum will be canceled eventually. You can file a joint motion to dismiss with the court. You can do a lot of things. But before you do that, speak with an immigration attorney to make sure you assess your chances to do that. How is this going to impact your case? And, how it's going to potentially interfere with the future green card before you cancel that, right? But there's a way to do it, obviously. Let's see here. We've got a lot of good questions here on TikTok. Keep tapping the screen, guys, on TikTok. And I want to see more people sharing the live, and I'll shout your name. We've got Jasmine here. We've got, do you advise applying for 42B even though we don't meet the requirement for extreme hardship? These cancellation cases, it depends because sometimes if you don't think that you meet the requirements for a hardship as you see it, the immigration are going to see it differently. So cancellation of removal, guys, is a great way to help you get a green card if you're in removal proceedings, you've been here for 10 years or more, and you have a U.S. citizen child or a spouse. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Even if you don't have extreme hardship, sometimes it's possible to get approved for these cases. And, so once again, a lot of people are asking this question: should we still apply for citizenship? We're scared they will take away our green card. I have at least 6 questions here on TikTok. We have at least 7 here on YouTube that we already answered a few of them. And this is the title of the live today: why green card holders are afraid to apply for citizenship in 2026. And there is a reason why, because quite a few people went for their citizenship interviews, applied for citizenship, and not only got their citizenship denied, but now they're losing their green cards. And let me give an example of how it can work. So imagine you were married to your citizen. Imagine you're married to a citizen. You got your green card. You had your 2-year conditional green card, and you applied for the removal of conditions, but you never had an interview. And then you got your 10-year green card, and everything looks good. And now you want to become a citizen. You go to the interview. This happened to one of our clients. You went to the interview, and then the officer of the interview said, "Hey, you never had an interview for your 751 for the removal of conditions. I have to interview you about your marriage. So I'm going to do it now. And so he started asking him questions. And then he realized that they didn't live together for a while. The applicant didn't have enough documents to support the validity of the marriage. And so I said, you know what? I'm quite concerned here because looking at your credit report, because he had his credit report right now at citizenship cases, some of these officers are pulling your credit report. It says, listen, it looks like you lived on these addresses, but it's very different from what you put on your application for your green card. So I'm going to investigate more. We need more information. So eventually, after 1 year, they denied his citizenship, and now they reopened his green card case, and they're going to try to rescind his green card. So because he applied for the citizenship, he's now going to lose his green card. And the moral of the story is that if you had a shaky green card and you got it, somehow you got it, don't apply for citizenship until you speak with an immigration attorney where we can go back in time, look at your green card application, assess the risks, and make a decision together if it's even worth it to do so now, or we should wait a little bit longer and make that decision. Okay? So just be mindful of that. All right, let's see. We have a few more questions. I'm applying for citizenship in May of 2026. I applied for I-130 for my husband in September. How long does the citizenship take? And after that, how long will it? So it's going to take 6 months to apply for citizenship, and then it's going to take another 20 months for him to come here if he's in Morocco. Maybe even 2 years. We'll be living in the US for 5 years next year, but we had 1 month vacation outside. Should we submit our application for citizenship or January? You can submit in December. It's fine. You can apply for 3 months in advance anyway, so you save that time. So don't worry about it. Any updates on the Dignity Act? So far, we don't have any new bills on it. The Dignity Act will be giving a path for green card for almost 11 million undocumented immigrants. This Dignity Act, a new version of it, will come back, but not before the end of 2026, possibly beginning of 27. People ask me if I think is going to be an immigration reform in 26, and I think there's going to be an immigration reform in 2027. And I'll tell you why. A lot of things that are happening right now, severe enforcement, all these things are going to lead, after the midterms elections, the Republicans to start pushing for some sort of a way to say, when we end our term, eventually, we want to show that we were able to help the immigrants that were not criminals that are here, at least for 10 years, get them some kind of legal status. And you're going to see it's going to happen. All right. Let's see who else is here. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Please share the live. And I will add... Kamar. Kamar's been waiting for over an hour. So thank you for your patience, my friend, and you're next on the live. Once again, guys. Kamar.
Yes, sir.
Your question.
Yeah, thank you so much for picking me up. I have a question. I came to the United States in 2023 on a tourist visa on a B1, B2. And then I changed my status to, and I got admission in the master degree, which I'm doing on the phone status right now. So my question is that I have family back in home. I'm from Pakistan. I applied for them 2 times for their F2 visas, but they're getting denied. So, I mean, I'm going to complete my master's in by end of this year, like December 2026. So, is there any chance, because they will keep telling by the embassy that so far I changed my status here inside the United States, so I'll not be able to. They'll not be able, in fact, to get an F2 visa to come and join me here. I didn't apply for any other immigration status. I'm keep studying here to complete my master's here by the end of the year.
So remember, the problem is when people have dependents on a student visa, on a work visa, it's subject to the embassy's discretion. Something about their case is making them uncomfortable. Maybe they think they're going to become public charge. Maybe they think they're never going to go back home. So it's just very difficult to say. I think they should just keep reapplying, to be honest with you. It's the best thing they can do. Keep reapplying.
I applied for them like twice, and the same.
No, I know.
Rejection was.
It happens a lot. I have a client who applied. I have a client who applied 4 times for the F2, and on the 5th time they got it. Do you know what I mean? You just never know.
Yeah, with the same status as mine, like they came here after the change of status, like or.
Yeah, the same thing. The same thing like yours. The same thing like yours, and eventually they got it.
All right, so I mean, I'm not going to take much time because many people are waiting here. So for me, it's like to keep trying, like to wait because I have going to finish it by the end of the year. So
that's what I would do.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sir. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Today I have quite a few deadlines, so I was able to squeeze in the live show between my deadlines, but I won't be able to stay too long. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna limit it to an hour today. Usually I do like 2 hours, just close to 2 hours, but 1 hour on YouTube, and then we do 2 hours on TikTok. But today I'm going to limit it to an hour because I have a deadline for tomorrow, and I have a lot of things to finish. So it won't be possible to do it more than an hour. How long does it take for a fiancé application to be approved once submitted? I'm in El Salvador. It will take you about 14 months. Listen, guys, fiancé visas are getting really fast, relatively fast. Okay, guys, so thanks, Asif. So if you're thinking about getting somebody over here and you're not ready to marry them, do the fiancé visas. Fiancé visas are still, good visas, and you're gonna be able to process them pretty good. 1 second here. All right, guys. Sorry, technical situation here with my daughter who needed some help. That's what happens when you live, right? People come in and but we resolved it. All right, guys. Thanks, Pedro. Appreciate you, my friend. Every Monday we're here on the live, guys. If you missed asking me a question, don't worry because I'll be back here next Monday at 5. So don't worry about it. Okay, let's get another person here. We've got Joyce that I wasn't able to get you. Let's see. Let's see, Joyce. I tried to get you last time, but I couldn't get you. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Joyce, but I know you're trying to join us. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. I'll try to get. Okay, let's see here. Meet.
Hey Jacob, how you doing?
I'm good.
Quick question, Jacob. I've got a N400 file almost 11 months now with Sacramento.
Okay.
The processing time shows 9 months.
Which case is that?
For N400.
Okay. So it's been pending for 11 months. No interview yet.
No interview yet. The Sacramento timeline shows as 9 months, which I've already crossed. So I'm trying to understand what's my, what do I need to do?
So what I would do is do a service inquiry, speak to a second line supervisor, and see what happens there. There might be some kind of delay or just a little backlog in this office. And if you don't get any positive response, then we can escalate it to a congressional inquiry. which we can do, obviously. But right now, start with the second line supervisor.
And that second line supervisor, I mean, they told me I cannot do it before mid-May. Is this
Correct.
true? I have to wait 12 months to do it?
No, you can do it now. I would do it now. I wouldn't wait that long. Okay?
Let me call them and check.
And keep me posted if it doesn't work.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys, we've got Peter here. Let's see. No, Peter is here. Here we go. Oh, you're in Jamaica. Nice. Peter is one of our loyal supporters of the live. He got his 751 approved because he filed it together with the N400 in a record time. I believe it was less than 5 weeks. And then he became a citizen recently. And now he's traveling the world. He's in Jamaica as a US citizen, and he's coming to the live, which is very important. And I appreciate it. Peter, you're the best. Once again, guys, it's been an hour now. I will end the live because unfortunately my evening is packed. But guys, as I mentioned before, if you need help with your immigration, please use the number on the screen right now. This is specifically for you guys who are watching the live on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok, and Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. This is your number. If you're watching this on TikTok, the Service Plus form is right down. The Service Plus form, let's see here, is at the bottom. This form is for you guys on TikTok. It's a Service Plus form specifically allowing you to connect with me on the live. So the more you do it before I close the live, use it, book your calls. You will be faster than anyone else who wants to book because you were here on the live, and I want to reward you. So YouTube, use the number, book your consultations. Let's make your immigration story happen and get you the help you need. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you next Monday or before if there's any urgent news to report.